Hello and welcome back to a new video here in the Trading 401 channel. Today we are going to analyze Pepperstone. It's one of the leaders forex brokers around the world. It started in 2010 in Australia and expanded globally. Nowadays has 7 regulations around the world, so you can create an account and start trading in different type of markets. In here we can see that you can trade in forex, for example the euro-dollar pair, or commodities as gold, crude oil, silver, even index, the UK index, the Sherman index, the DAX index, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, S&P 500, and some of the main stocks, for example Tesla, Facebook, Apple, and so on. Remember that most of these assets are traded as CFDs, so you don't trade the real asset, you trade a contract or a future. They offer more than 1,200 instruments to trade with, and they offer 2 types of accounts, the Razor and the standard one. We are going to explain that in detail. They were honored in 2022 as the best broker by TradingView. TradingView is one of the leader platforms in regards to technical analysis. So a good thing of this broker is that you can also trade using TradingView, for example. That's something that I didn't see in most of forex brokers. They try to focus on sharp spreads in order to pay less commissions while you trade, fast and reliable. Remember that when we day trade or you are a scalper, you need to get the orders executed straight away. You don't want to wait until the order is executed because you can miss the opportunity or you can lose a lot of money in the process. They are not a dealing desk broker. This is because they don't interfere in the execution of your orders. This is key because you don't want the broker to have a conflict of interest against you. They have 7 regulations around the world, so remember that we want to focus on regulate exchange and brokers in order to avoid losing the money. They have different platforms to trade with, for example TradingView, Metatrader 5, Metatrader 4, and even CTrader. This is my favorite platform to trade with, but if you prefer to use Metatrader, you can choose between the most popular ones. We have a lot of features as economic calendar that could be useful for you when you analyze and trade in the market. Which type of account they offer? There are 2. One is called the Razor one, in which you can trade using TradingView, for example. The main difference is that they don't charge you a spread if you trade with forex pairs, for example the euro-dollar, but you have to pay a commission. So if you are a beginner trader, I believe that the standard one could be more useful for you, but if you are a professional one, you trade with more capital, with more money, the Razor one is better because they charge you a fixed commission, 2.6, instead of a spread that could be variable, and also you can end paying more money. So based on your needs, you can decide which type of account do you prefer. The leverage, depending the country where you are looking this video from, I'm recording from Europe, where the maximum leverage is restricted, but if you are looking this video from all around the world, this leverage could be up to 500. So this varies a lot. Which are the spreads and commissions and swaps? Well, that depends the type of asset you are trading with. You have the whole list. You can watch the link that I leave you in the description with all the details. For example, for the forex pair, the euro-dollar, if you have the Razor, you don't pay a spread, but if you have the standard account, you are going to pay 1 pip per trade. So in here, you can even trade with cryptocurrencies. You have all the information in here, the leverage available and the minimum and the average spread based on the different assets that you want to trade. And remember that if you don't have an account in Pepperstone, you can create an account using the link that I leave you in the description and the first comment. In that way, you're going to help the channel to keep growing. How you can do to add and withdraw money to your Pepperstone account? Well, this is a point that should be improved in the future because they only accept Visa, Mastercard, and bank transfers. And if you compare this with other alternatives, with other brokers, they don't offer, for example, e-wallets that are really useful as Skrill, Neteller, or even PayPal. They just offer debit or credit cards and bank transfers that sometimes could be expensive to find, or even if you are from a more complicated country as Latin America or Africa that is not so common to have a bank account or it's hard to have a debit or credit card, you don't have another alternatives. And remember that when you want to make a withdrawal, the money is going to go straight away to the deposit method that you used before. So if you deposit with a bank transfer, the money is going to go first to the bank transfer. If you use a Mastercard, the withdrawal is going to go to the Mastercard. They also offer a possibility to trade and to copy the performance of other traders. This is called Duplitrade. So if you don't have time or you don't have the knowledge to trade by yourself, you can copy the performance of another one. But remember that this is a really risky way of investing because you are delegating the responsibility and the results. You can earn money in a passive way, but you can also lose all your money. So you have to be clear about this. It's a really risky tool, and you have to make sure that you only trade with money that you are willing to lose. And another setback is the minimum deposit to use this alternative is that you have to deposit at least 5,000 Australian dollars. So it's a high amount of money for most of the people. Which is the minimum deposit to start trading using Pepperstone is only $200. So I believe that the minimum deposit is okay. Which type of platforms are available? As I said before, you can use TradingView. So if you are used to TradingView to make your own analysis, technical analysis, you can connect your Pepperstone account with TradingView and you can start trading straight away with TradingView. I believe that this is a really, really powerful tool because, as I said here, more than 30 million people already are using TradingView to analyze the market, so it's easier to use the same account to start trading straight away. But if you prefer to use Metatrader 4, a leader trading platform for so many years, you can do it in your phone, tablet or desktop. You can decide which type of platform do you prefer. You have also the evolution of Metatrader that is called Metatrader 5, in which you can, for example, code using MQL5. You have more advanced customization and it's easier to use than Metatrader 4. If you prefer to trade with CTrader, as is my case, you have also this possibility that there is not available in most of the brokers. You can also code using C, and they have the open API available, and you have another type of features that are not available in Metatrader 4 or 5. Which type of assets are available in Pepperstone? You have plenty of alternatives. You can trade with Forex, you can trade with index, for example Nasdaq, the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the DAX, also commodities, the gold, the silver, the natural gas, but also you have 21 cryptocurrencies. The most important ones are available to trade. You have also some stocks, not only from the US market, but also from UK, from Germany to Australia. So you can also trade the pre-market or the aftermarket hours. And you have some ETF. You have more than 100 ETF if you want to invest, for example, in exchange markets as the Chinese market, the emerging markets, Brazil, or another type of market that are not available in all the other type of assets that we explained before. Pepperstone started in Melbourne in Australia in 2010. They expanded globally. Nowadays they have office in London, Cyprus, Melbourne, Dubai, Kenya. They process more than $12 billion per day, and they have more than 300,000 traders around the world. They are fully regulated. As I said before, this is really important to use a broker that is regulated in trusted countries. For example, in this case, it's regulated by the FCA in London, in the UK, by the ASIC in Australia, but also in Germany, for example, by the BaFin, the Cyprus regulation in Europe, and if you are, for example, in another type of country internationally, you will be regulated by the Bahamas. So based on your location, based on the place that you live, you are going to be regulated in different type of countries. They segregate the funds of the clients in order to avoid the risk. Pepperstone is in the market for a long time. I believe it's one of the most important brokers in regards to Forex and CFDs. And remember that if you want to create an account, you can use the link that I leave you in the description in the first comment. In that way, you are going to help the channel to keep growing. If you have any question, you can leave a comment in the comment section and we will be happy to help you. Remember to subscribe. We will see you in the next video.